Moin moin, und wirklich übrigens. Und herzlich willkommen zur Stanley Parable. Und ich muss gerade das Menü bestaunen, wie cool es gemacht ist. Man sieht sogar da unten. Hey, wie cool. Das ist wunderschön geworden. Egal. Ja. Dann beginnen wir unser Spiel. Oh. The end is never.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-winding, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Seid ihr sicher, dass ich hier nicht alle 108 Minuten 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42 eingeben muss und auf Execute drücken muss? Hoffentlich versteht irgendjemand die Lost-Anspielung. Was?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wir wollen noch mal sehen. Irgendwie, ist schön draußen, ne? Ja. Oh, geil. Was ist das denn? Kann ich lesen. Alles zu ernsthaft? Oh.
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
Es tut mir leid, dass ich das nicht auf Deutsch stellen kann, aber der Humor ist einfach sehr schön. Oh, voll schön.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Fick dich.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Man hört nie auf den Erzähler, das ist Regel Nummer 1. Bitte.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Kann ich bitte? Ich will... Bitte. Scheiß Cold Drink.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Sagst du denn wohl noch mal was? Ich bleib hier. Schön hier.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Ja gut, dann ist das jetzt halt meine Lounge, ne? Also, ich bleib dann hier. Ja.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Aber ich will noch weiter hier bleiben. Kommt noch mal was? Oh Mann, dann gehe ich halt. Das
But at
Arschloch.
last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Ich muss mir echt krass abgewöhnen, mal mich so zu erschrecken.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Leck mich. Was ist hier?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Der ist unfassbar, ne? Spielkartencomputer. Oh, mit mich tippen, oder? Aber geil. Das spiele ich gerade wahrscheinlich in Realität im Computer. Hä? Ich erschrecke mich immer, wenn Türen hinter mir zugehen. Boah, Alter. Okay. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift. Oh, ich muss $5.000 haben.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Ja, hammergeil, ne? Schön. Kann ich das alles nochmal...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Klasse. Ich werde nie wieder sterben. Ich renne hier jetzt durch. Tut mir leid. Ich wollte nur einmal diesen wunderschönen...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Nein.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh,
Wow.
wunderschön.
Yes.
Wow.
This room. What? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Warte mal. Gehst du nicht zu machen, dann bist du... Fick dich doch.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Ich will jetzt nicht wieder runterfallen, bitte.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Nein! Ich will hier raus. Dunkel hier drin. Ja. Ich weiß nicht, wieso müssen Erzähler immer so... Fuck the system. Ja, fick mich doch.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Schade. Das ist genauso wie Matrix. Ich nehme nicht die rote Pille.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Ich sehe es absolut nicht ein.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Whoa.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Ja.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
The Stanley Parable. Worldwide Leaderboard. Niemand. Hm? Sind das echte Spiele? Oh mal geil. Ja, skip the intro sequence. Only the worst. Ha! Ich hab die Blue Door. Ich gehöre zu 3%. Ich bin endlich was Besonderes.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Oh.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Was darf ich denn jetzt bitte spielen?
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Leck mich. Brenne!
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Oh, wie geil.
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here. No, here. And then...
Und jetzt ein Haus aus Dirt. Boah, hammer geil.
Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Ich will da nicht rein. Es gibt... Ich hab die Wahl. Ich kann hier irgendwo springen. Ich komm... Nein, leck mich. Ich will da nicht rein. Ich bin in ein Käfig gezogen.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Oh, hammergeil. Minecraft-Musik. Das geht. Lol, ich geh jetzt ohne Scheiß meinen.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
Nein.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Was haben wir jetzt? Ja!
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Aha. Spieler? Oh. Boah, groovy. Oh ja.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
Oh Mann.
Genius.
Okay. Hammergeil.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games. And I highly doubt you're any one.
Hä? Ich hab das Radio mitgenommen. Meins. Ich hab ihn gar nicht ausreden lassen. Tut mir leid. Hier kommt doch gleich 100% ein Jumpscare. Ich hab so viel Schiss vor Jumpscares. Warum? Dunkel hier drin. Ich will nicht. Wow. Ich bin auf einer Heizung gelandet. Hammergeil. Bin ich jetzt in Half-Life? Ich glaube, ich bin in Half-Life, oder? Oh Gott. Alter, ist das verwirrend. Oh. Oh. Licht. Bitte Licht. Bitte sei nicht böse. Hammergeil. Ich kann absolut nichts tun, oder? Huh? Wow.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it, he'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Mhm. Ich auch nicht. Ah, es lädt. Und erneut sollten wir 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42 in unseren Computer eingeben, aber geben einen... Sieht einfach genauso aus. Das ist zumindest der PC. Na egal. Ich würde sagen, es war ein sehr stranges, lustiges, aber auch sehr schönes Abenteuer. Und ich beende dann nicht hier mal die Folge und das wird, glaube ich, auch öfter kommen. Mir hat sehr viel Spaß gemacht und bis dann.